Hello there, welcome back. I hope that all of you are well and everything is working out wonderfully. Today's update is regarding some changes which are going on within those people's lives who did you the worst. The karmics, you label us, okay? There's a reason why you're receiving this update because I see that you're receiving redemption, justice, and a breakthrough here. Something is changing, transforming, and unfolding in your favor. If you are someone who had been assuming the worst or had been assuming that these people got away and they got to live a good life, they're getting to live a good life, nothing as such is happening here. Instead, I'm seeing that they're experiencing exactly opposite of what you are assuming or thinking here. You might be getting tricked by their show-off or their facade or their tricks they had been playing with you to rub things on your face. I can clearly see here that some of these people had been doing things on purpose to sprinkle salt on your wounds. They had been acting ignorant, shameless, and stubborn on purpose because they assumed, they thought, they believed strongly that it's going to affect you, that it's going to hurt you, that it's going to make you feel unwanted, insignificant, and small. So don't do that with yourself. If you are someone who had been doing that, don't do that. Coming back to the main message here, I'm seeing that things are just hitting rock bottom here for these people. They are spiraling down. They're not rising up like you're assuming here, like you might be thinking or believing. Don't overthink. They're definitely going down. I see that divine forces are starting to surround them, corner them, and target them from all corners. They're getting targeted by their own karmic repercussions and the consequences of their deeds. They are slowly but surely moving towards a dead end they wouldn't be able to take a U-turn from. They wouldn't be able to change. They wouldn't be able to undo. They wouldn't be able to escape, come out of from. That's what I'm seeing here. That's the kind of situation they're surrounded by. And in the midst of it all, they are starting to learn about your worth and value, your significance, your position, your place, your stance in the situation. A lot of these people are starting to look at you in a different light. That's why it all happened or is happening with them. Some of these people attracted some sort of sickness or illness that came as a shock, as a major upheaval or change that kind of shook their foundation or simply made them understand, come to their senses that you are not someone they should mess with. They should have messed with. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, some of these people are starting to accept, understand, and realize that they were at fault. They were standing at the wrong spot. They were looking at you in a dim light. You had no issue with yourself. You had no problem in you. They were looking at you as a problem, as an enemy, as a threat. That's what I see is going on here, which is a good thing, but that's not going to change what's happening with them. Until and unless they give you justice, they treat you right and learn their lessons completely, which I see is going on here in some of their situations and cases. These people were coming from both of your friend circles, your families, acquaintances, relatives, immediate or extended family members, or just anyone you were mutually acquainted with, you knew. These people were looking down on you for some reason. These people were attacking you for some reason because either they thought that you had no worth and value or they just assumed the worst about you. They wanted to be perceived as powerful and control, maybe by you or by other people, which was the biggest blunder, the biggest mistake they made here. And now I'm seeing that they're yearning for your forgiveness, your mercy, or for someone like you who can love them the way you love people, who can fix their life the way you fix people's lives. I see that you're starting to get admired by these people. You're starting to make your place in their hearts, in their mind, in a good light. And that's a good thing. That's something I appreciate about them, or about whatever that's happening here, because this is shifting everything in your favor. That's why you receive this message of stepping back and living in peace, staying in peace. Rest assured that all will work out for you in the end. Everything's gonna shift in your favor. That's how it does. That's how everything shifts in your favor. It took a while. It took some good amount of time, but here I see things changing for you, for them as well. But it doesn't look like to them. It doesn't look like things are working out for them, because they aren't supposed to. Things are supposed to work for you, not for them. They're supposed to get destroyed for them, because whatever it is they had built, they were cherishing, it was all on a shaky foundation. It was all fake. It was all their delusion. That's what's getting shadowed here. Fakeness, falseness, evil, unreal is what's getting shattered, to make way for something real, authentic, and positive, pure. And that's what you did here. Whatever it is that you did or are doing right now is showing them light, is showing them a mirror, is showing them right path, right way of doing, living and being. The way you're living your life is likely helping them. So keep doing that, because for some good amount of time, they won't find any healing, solace, or happiness. I see them in a very troubled state, or attracting something very, very troubling, problematic, painful, disturbing, distressing, and sorrowful. It's not going to change anytime soon, for they have done you the worst. They had been attacking and targeting you, cornering you and undermining you like you were some sort of a criminal, when in reality, you were or are one of the most purest, authentic, real people one can have in his or her life. You're likely an empath, a healer, a leader, or a wonderful person who just loves people unconditionally. You never looked at them like a threat, but the problem was they were entertaining demons, either within their own life or within themselves. That's why things went south in the beginning, or are going south right now. But don't worry, because this is the end that you will experience sooner or later. So hang in there and keep being real, keep being authentic, because your light even helps your enemies, if that makes sense. You being in your authentic self lifts the most demonic, evil, cruel spirits, individuals and souls from the darkness, from the hell they're living in. Just by being yourself, you can change the world. You can change people's lives. And that's what I see you had been doing so far. And for that, you deserve to be commended and applauded. If you're not doing anything as such, start doing so. Find your purpose, find your path, find your mission, and get going with your life. Leaving anything and everything that disturbs you, that torments you, that drags you down, even if it's your own person here. For the time being, you've got to let them go until the right time comes. When the time comes, they'll start to realize your worth and value. They'll start to change by God's grace, like how these people are changing here. A lot of them are starting to love you. I can't explain it in words. You'll experience it later on your own. And when that happens, even you'll feel like you're short on words to explain or express that feeling. Something positive is happening here, okay? I see them feeling powerless, or they were made powerless to land in the situation, to realize their worth and value, or to realize their own mistakes, their own wrongdoings. A lot of these people have attracted enemies or haters or troublemakers, which kind of played the role of a catalyst for you to receive and experience this breakthrough. Just like these people pushed you to go in your shell or choose your spiritual path, your purpose above all, those other people are pushing them to follow your light, your wisdom, your knowledge, and things of all that sort. That's the good thing I see that's happening here, okay? There's someone here who had been working against you for quite some time, tirelessly and tediously. Looks like a couple to me, or someone who walks in pair, hand in hand together. They are going down. In some situations and cases, they had these people to gang up on you. So I'm seeing that those same people ganged up on them, and that's how they're going down. On total, I see destruction in their lives. Whoever was attacking you, whoever was tormenting you or was troubling you. But there's something good coming out of it. I don't see them attracting any good change, good fortune or anything. For the time being, they'll remain in this state for some good amount of time, but the only good thing I see here is that them changing because of you and following your lead. You are the one who's winning here, who's glowing here, who's attracting love, success, prosperity and abundance. They are losing it instead, or will lose it, continue to lose it for a very long period of time. The world's here, and that talks about end, and that's kind of slow energy. That being coupled with this Knight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Tower, and all these other cards which all talk about pain, suffering, destruction, and the stuck energy. Things won't change. They aren't going to. But there's a reason for that. And I have already explained what that reason is. They'll suffer for as long as needed, but during that time, that phase of them experiencing the agony you experienced, somewhere your presence is going to heal them in some way, shape or form. That's what I'm seeing here. Things are changing, okay? And I'm not talking much about their suffering because it looks very terrible to me. It looks quite hazardous and haunting, very disturbing. That's why I'm keeping it short. They're surrounded by bad luck and misfortune, so what else can I say? I mean, let's just keep it short. Let's focus on what's good here. I'm not saying that they won't suffer, they will. I'm just not getting into details, okay? Just know that you are getting avenged, but at the same time, there's something good happening here, and you are the reason why it's happening. So focus on that and get going. Keep shining your light out bright, because I'm seeing that you're changing even your enemy's life, your abuser's life, your culprit's life, and everyone's life for good. So that's all. This was your update for today. I'll be back sooner than later. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye-bye.